Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, for this, welcome to the Prince of Wales Stadium in Cheltenham, the sunny Prince of Wales Stadium. This afternoon, we've been pressed with clash with Cougars and Keighley Cougars, and we've got programmes and participants already, then I can run through the teams, starting with the home side, the Gloucestershire Cougars. At fullback is number 1, Alex Gaskill. On the wing, Mo Agoro, wearing number 2. In the centres, number 3, Phil Calburn, and number 4, Brad Kislinbury. On the other wing is Chris Barlow, wearing 5. At standoff, Jack Mitchell, wearing 6. At scrum half and prop, Ollie Perslow in 8. And hooker is number 9, Steve Harry, who's also the Bulldogs captain. And the other prop is Harry Kidd, wearing 2. The second row, 12, Joe, 13, Billy Brickhill. And on the bench, Bulldogs, 14, Alison Phillips, 16, Danny Farron, and 17, James Walter. And the visitors, Keighley Cougars, and welcome, big warm welcome to all the Cougars fans who've come down for this afternoon's game. This side is number 5, number 2, Andy Gabriel. Number 16, Will Milner. Number 7, Matthew Howell. Number 13, Mike Emmett. Number 9, James Fedder. Number 29, Brad Nicholson. Number 11, Josh Lyman. Number 18, Josh Tonks. And number 27, Sean Kelly. And on the bench for the Cougars, number 12, Brendan Rollins. Number 17, 19, Matthew Bailey. And number 23. The referee this afternoon is Marcus Griffiths.
And good afternoon from the Prince of Wales Stadium here in game between the All Golds and Keighley Cougars. Two teams in form. All Golds winning 2 of their.
But yeah, Phil Calburn, I think there was great. You know, he really did draw in the defender and just pop the little ball out to Mo, and you know, it's tries like that that are going to win the games for you.
So the kick pushed wide by Kieran Hyde, and those 2 pointers, they're all important. Come the end of the game, let's see how important it is. Behar the take off the mark there. Got a fair bit of yardage to run into. He plays the ball, and here's Brad Kislinbury, big Brad Kislinbury, the centre. And it's another penalty here for the home side. Referee's keen to stamp his mark here early in Cheltenham. So it's going to give Hyde another chance to kick for touch and build some territory. Not the best kick from Hyde there, that was more sideways and forward, but the important thing is he's made touch. Bit of a shank that one, but here comes Kislinbury with the 4 Cougars minutes. So all goals halfway. Try to come loose. That's a mistake from the Olds to forward. Just on the second goal there, he's all in the tackle, and it's going to give the Cougars chance to scrum down and get the ball. Bit of a disappointment one, that Jack.
Yeah, they've been looking to kind of push the ball forward on the back of that try, and you know, it's just not done there, you know. But I think you know, the issue heads up. He, you know, really instance, you know, the okay. I mean, a quick play blocking like what they're dangerous and most dangerous aspect. And you know, if they're able to slow down the play of the balls, the All Golds, then you know that'll massively have an effect on Keith's attacking ability. And it looks like they're doing it there. I mean, Billy Brickhill just lying on a couple of extra seconds there, and that really makes a difference.
Yeah, and Matty Barrell at the heart of the action here again for Cougars. He's one man that's seen plenty of the ball early on. And here come Cougars. Looks like Nicholson with the drive. They're only 10 metres or so out now, and how costly is Brickhill's mistake going to be if All Golds can keep him out? Ball comes out wide and Kislinbury wraps him up, but it's a loose ball, but it's retrieved by the Cougars. Referee seems to suggest it's. There we go. So Cougars maybe unaware that they were on the last there, and the All Golds will restart play here. Parry gives the ball out to Kislinbury. Kissing, we didn't see much of the ball early on, but he's been involved the last couple of minutes and some really good carries. And here comes Parry out to Barlow. It's been a notable feature early on this season, Jack, that the outside backs do plenty of carries early in these sets. Maybe give the pack a chance to have a breather.
They do, yeah. It's a feature in modern rugby across all three top divisions, really, and in the amateur game as well. It's typically that, you know, in especially in the first parts of a game, that your forwards will do so much more work down the middle, you know, with the hard drives forward to set the platform for the backs to work their magic, and it really gives those forwards a breather when you've got, you know, when you're in your own 20 and you've got your wingers, you know, for the All Goals, likes of Mo and Brad Keighley bringing the ball forward. You know, I think the pace that they offer as well going forward really gets you out of that danger area, which is exactly what you want them to do.
Great work from Richie Hawkyard there. He could have made if he makes a mistake there, the All Goals get the ball back just 20 metres out, but he manages to do it, and McLean's loose. On ball there, the tackle, and Steve Parry restarted. So another mistake from Cougars here. They look a bit rattled the away side, and here comes Harry Kidd. So All Goals, great field position here. Here's Parry from dummy half, gives it out to Hyde, and here comes Joe McLean. Helped turn the tide there, Joe, and here comes out to Parry, out to Barlow. Important Barlow isn't dragged into touch here, and he is. Great defence from the Cougars. You've got to give a lot of credit there. That was textbook stuff. So both able to complete sets early on here, and mention the game up in hands like this.
It's quite. I don't think it's as bad as last week, to be fair. At the minute, you know, I think last week you got to put it down to the conditions a lot. It was like a quagmire out there at times. You know, it really was getting really boggy underfoot. You know, and that was really forcing the mistakes. I think both teams are just trying to test their arm a bit today.
Wales Stadium in Cheltenham. If you're joining us late, the Cougars went 4-0 up in the very first minute, but the All Goals have responded. 2 tries of their own to make it 10 points to 4. But that wasn't the best set from the All Goals there. Ended with a pretty poor kick. That's great work from Cougars there, who's attacked to offload it. Big in the middle, and this is a good chance now for Cougars. They've got good field position, and Beryl inside gives it out to the loose forward. Mike Emmett, the former York man. Here comes Cougars again, Beryl. It's a really great break. Here comes. Tries from Steve Parry and Mo Agora have given the home side a 10 points to 4 lead, but it looks like there's a bit of a problem here for Joe McLean, who's recent. Tough lad is Joe, though. It's going to take a lot to get him off the field. Bit of grey cloud coming in the distance. This is not what we want to see. We don't want any rain. This has been quite a free, open game so far. And here we go, back underway. Here's Feather gives it out to Beryl, but the ball goes dead. Beryl's chip kick. He tried to get on it himself, but just a bit too much on the kick there, and this will give the home side a chance to move on down that field. Here comes Barlow with the early carry. Steve waiting from dummy half here. Gives the ball out to Cowburn. So we've had 2 carries so far by the All Goals wing and the All Goals centre. And here's the All Goals loose forward, Billy Brickle. Solid work from Billy there. Here comes Parry out to Hyde, and Harrison Elliott, who's just joined. Harrison, the Coach's Player of the Year last year, and he'll be disappointed not to start today, but he's come into the action and made a good carry there. Here's a little dink through by Kieran Hyde there, and it's not the worst kick, but it's mopped up well by the Cougars man. Important when they make contact, Jack. You need to be wrapping that man up quickly, not letting him break free.
Absolutely. Coaches have, there's so much emphasis now on the wrestling game. You know, that first contact is crucial, but it's more the work on the floor than anything nowadays. You know, that long, trying to keep your opponents on the ground for as long as possible to slow down the play the ball and give your team chance to get back and rest and prepare for the tackle. And it looks like they've been efficient with that so far. What you see here, you've got one man on the legs and the rest trying to wrestle him to the ground. He's managed to do well there as the Keighley player to stay up. But that's a vital part of modern day rugby. Gaskell here and Gabriel always taking that well as Gabriel. Oh, and that's a sensational try for Josh Tonks there. Brilliant bit of play.
We've seen two Keighley tries to big under and just what's a pass attempted by Josh Thompson. A good defensive setup in turn, but it shows the worth of an important kick, and a kick that was taken by the Cougars man there. And what an offload, what a pass. Two very similar tries from the home side, and it's going to be Lawton with the kick here. He shouldn't make a mistake from here to draw the scores level. Just as Phil Cowburn receives treatment there to look like he had a bit of a knock to the head. He's getting bandaged up. So here comes square the scores. And he makes no mistake. So coming up to half an hour played here in Cheltenham. All Golds 10, Keighley Cougars 10. Two fantastic tries from the away side. Really very similar in nature. Pretty good, that second one, if not better.
Absolutely. Andy Gabriel's obviously the man there for Keighley. Matty Beryl seemed to have a really good combination on that last tackle. I mean, twice now he's risen above the All Golds defence and got to the ball and batted it back inside. And I think more than anything as well, the Keighley support in those situations. For Gabriel to trust to Ryder and Tonks, for example, who are the two guys that have scored. It takes a real kind of trust from them to have that confidence to know there. You see it often in Super League games where it's becoming all the range now to back ball back from those situations and make better use of the space that's out wide. And Keighley clearly adopting that into their own game as well, with Gabriel being the key man.
So it's a kick from Keighley there. That's going to be mopped up here by Gaskell. Needs to make sure he doesn't get dragged into touch. He's only a couple of yards, but no, he does well there, Alex Gaskell. Safe pair of hands, and it's Mitchell gives the ball out to Big Mo Agoro in the number 2 shirt. Makes a path for the middle of the field. Big old unit is Mo, and so here's Steve from dummy half, gives it out to Hyde, and Barlow with the drive. But yeah, two wonderful tries from the away side. Referee's call held there, but controversy seems to have call held, but ball came loose and he's given Keighley the ball here. So Keighley with the scrum, and here come the Cougars, feather inside to big Josh Tonks there. Josh Tonks was one player that the All Golds head coach would identified as a real man, and he's started the game really well today. So here come Keighley in hand. They're spreading it to the right. This looks that's a try. There was a brief. It was a funny one. Time started to sort of stand still. There was a brief pause, and Finnegan dived over, but the referees ruled that one out for forward pass, I think. So half an hour played here in Cheltenham. It's All Golds 10, Keighley Cougars 10. 2 tries apiece. It's been a pretty even game so far, Jack, would you say?
Yeah, both teams have had plenty of opportunities and are really kind of testing each other's resolve and defence. And I think you only have to look as far as the scoreline to see how even it's been. Brad Kislingbury now driving it in. I really like Brad. He's quite a strange player in his build. I like to describe him as having the body of a forward and the legs of a back. You know, he's got plenty of pace behind him, but power as well, and his physicality. And you know, it's players like that that you know, can become a real danger man. I mean, Keighley have got Adam Ryder, who's a very similar player on this side. You know, he's plenty of pace and power going forward, and you know, could easily, I suppose, slot into the back row or even in the prop position, but is most effective out wide because of his handling ability as well. So yeah, just as the All Goals get a penalty here, but now the game's been very even so far, and I suppose both teams, well, neither team looks like they're going to let up anytime soon.
So Hyde with a bit of a better kick this time, and All Goals with a chance to hit back. Mitchell gives it out to James Walter, who's just come off the bench and makes his first carry. Big James Walter, another stalwart of the club, and he'll be an important player, no doubt, this season. Mitchell inside to Brickell. Brickell's done really well, I think. He made that early mistake, but he's fronted up and he hasn't been afraid to carry since. And here comes Hyde, and it's a short pass to Gaskell. Here comes a kick from Keighley. What a kick that is. That's a good 50 metre. Taken well by Gaskell, and here comes Harrison Elliott through the middle there. Good carry by Harrison, and here comes Steve Parry. Gives a short pass to James Walter. Ploughing a path through the middle here, the home side. Parry out to Hyde, and the ball spread to Mitchell. Jack's looked to go through a little gap there, but good defence from Cougars wrapped him up. He saw the gap, but he just couldn't quite squeeze through, and here comes Billy Brickell through the middle. He's not the Billy takes it, and here comes Parry from the away side penalised. Great field position here for the home side with Steve Parry with the ball in hand. He'll be looking to give this one to Big James Walter. Or no, gives it to Harrison Elliott. Quick off the mark there, the Cougars defence. Great field position side, and here comes Parry, gives it out to Hyde and Spreadshaw. Great ball to save her hands. Here comes Parry. Brickell again, gaining good yardage. Made a really impressive start. But Harrison's held up there. There's no danger of a try being awarded there. That was clear as day. A break in play here. Looks like the All Goals number 6, Jack Mitchell's taking a bit of a whack. Important position, of course, with the injury to Ben Stead. All Goals probably short of a backup half-back. This is the last thing Lee Green will want to be seeing, but no, Jack seems to be okay. He looks like he might just be winded. Time back on, and here comes Parry out to Hyde. Steps inside his man. What have the All Goals got here? A little kick into touch maybe, or here comes Parry with exactly that. It's loose. That's like a try. Looks like number 6, Jack Mitchell. He took a whack a minute ago, but he was there to jump on that, and that's the 3rd try of the game for the All Goals, who move 14-10 ahead here in Cheltenham.
Number 6, Jack Mitchell.
Goes to show you what a good bit of pressure does there. Keighley having to defend a repeat set, and it's tough going, putting your body on the line, defending you time and time again. It was a bit of a ricochet. Parry played the little grubber, and it looked like one of the Cougar players' knee, and Jack Mitchell was there to dive on the ball. A bit like Steve's try, really. The kick into the ingots, not dealt with by Keighley, and All Goals move 14 points to 10 ahead. Just a couple of minutes to go until half time. And this is a kick that Kieran Hyde will expect to make. It's just off centre. This to make it 16-10 with a couple of minutes to go before half time. So important slot, there comes Hyde. All Goals 16, Keighley 10. Similar try that way to the ball first.
Yeah, dummy half as he always does. And like you said, it was a bit of a strange one there. Was he knocked it on? No, he's not. He's managed to keep hold of it. But yeah, Parry just putting a little dink through. He likes to do that close to the line, does Steve. He just jump out from dummy half and stab a little ball through into the in-goal area, and try and just see what happens really, whether they manage to force a goal line drop out or if someone gets on the end of it like Jack did then, and it paid off. So yeah, all goals 6 points in front now, which is great for them just going into half time.
It's a couple of minutes ago here. Warwick with ball in from James Walter. Taking it through the middle there, James is wrapped up. Here comes parry from dummy half, and it's a kick from Hyde into space, but mopped up by Andy Gabriel. You won't see many faster players in this league than Andy Gabriel. He's a real speedster. Old Goals need to be careful of giving him too much space. Need to keep an eye on him. A couple of minutes ago before half time, Cougars on the left side, but good work. Actual wrapping them up there. Here comes Barrel with the kick. Plenty of time for Gaskell here to mop this one up. Here comes the All Goals fullback. Just important he takes this carry, and great defence from Cougars there. Really big hit. But Gaskell does well, plays the ball, and it's Mo Agoro. Impossible almost to bring big Mo out down. He's a serious unit. He's another player, Jack. I mean, you could see Mo slotting in the second row. He's got fighter.
He certainly has. He's been around. He's mainly been based up north in his career. Started out in Leeds Academy, going to Rand, and one thing I will say is that he's definitely put on a lot of size since then. He used to be known for being quite a lanky. Well, I wouldn't say lanky, to be fair. Quite not the biggest player on the field, at least, and he's certainly bulked up in his career. He's played for Hunslet and Oldham as well, and you can just tell the kind of player that he is now. He's really big, really physical, and it really does add an extra element to his game with his speed as well. So he's a real danger man for the All Goals today.
So not the bit of an unfortunate bounce from Hyde on the end of that whole last goal set. Keighley starting 30 minutes, and it's some good early tries from the Cougars. They're looking to draw level before half time. There can't be that long to go before the hooter goes. Here comes Cougars down the left side and really drive. Adam Wright, a serious unit, but he's got a lot of pace to go with him, and it's another barrel kick. That's gone dead. A bit of a fortunate bounce there. That could have gone either way, but for the home side, they'll take that one. The kind of bounce there that could have gone in the opposite direction, and there were plenty of Keighley players to seize on it if it had done, but that's the breaks you need if you're going to be beating these great sides in this division. Mo Agoro, plenty of them. Again, harder to bring down his Mo here from delaying those. Look at him, Keighley can't. Well, he's run sideways more than anything there, Steve. But he was struggling to get their man down, Keighley. There's Joe McLean with the drive. Hyde mopping up from hooker, and it's Brad Kistlingbury through the middle now. So here comes Hyde again with a big up and under. That's a fantastic kick, and important that the great take from Gabriel, and Agoro tries to take him, but great work from Cowden. The referee's given a pass there, and that was never in a million years a forward pass. That was about 2 yards backwards, and the Keighley fans are not happy with that one. How he could rule that as forward, God only knows. Goodness me, but that's half time here in Cheltenham. Keighley fans not happy with that one.
And returning to the field, ladies and gentlemen, the Keighley Cougars.
So welcome to the coverage of Press League One. Keighley play on the field. All goals, 6 points to the good, so it's a delicately poised here in Cheltenham. The Cougar hen. There was some free-flowing rugby and a fair few mistakes. Did well. They conceded a try after about 35 seconds, but they've done well since. So both players on the pitch. Huge shout out to the members of the Gloucestershire Media School who are helping out, provide pictures today and making this live stream possible. We hope you're enjoying it. I've just been for a half-time Lemzip. Hopefully the voice holds out for this half, but I won't make any promises. So it'll be the right boot of Matty Berrell getting this game back underway, and a game, Jack. It looks like the next score.
I doubt Keighley need to get himself on the ball, if they want to get back into this game. By the same token, if the All Gold are the ones who are sheet next, then that gives them a real cushion, real 10 to 12 point cushion there. But yeah, I think I don't expect this half to start any different than the last one ended. Really, both teams are going to keep playing expansive rugby, I reckon. And it looks as if the weather's just about staying as it is for the moment, so that should allow both teams to keep playing that style.
Great kick from Kieran Hayden and chase here now from the All Golds. A good kick can be made even better by a good chase, and that looking at referee's given a penalty to the no, I'm wrong. He's given that to the All Golds. It looked like a loose carry, but he initially looked like he was giving it as a strip. But this is a big chance now for the All Golds to take that first score, and if they 20-10 or 2-10, you start to think the clock might be on here at Cheltenham. So don't have power from the back of the screen. Who's been at the serve. Elliott with the brushes at his opposition prop forward. Here's Parry from dummy half, gives the ball out to Mitchell. It's a quick pass and great work from Gaskell. He puts real quick hands and as I keep on saying, here comes Kill. Looks 18 minutes for Bleakill Day at the forward. Take the ball out and unable to go over there. Some good defence from Cougars. That looked like a bit of a chance. Agoro went into touch. For the outside there, they looked to be corner.
Seems to be one Phil Howard. Gaskell as well, looking really good, linking in with the play. Jack Mitchell's moving the ball really quickly when he gets hold of it. Things looking really positive. Just on Gaskell, he's been a real in terms of how he was a small cat and there, which is why he was in the team come the a few years ago. He's really going to shoot. I think the problem for the All Golds has lived up to that. Lived up to playing there. So he's looked really good, and he's in attack and defence. He's really strong.
You're right, Jack. It is an important play. Your fullback can link up in attack and be the last line of defence. If you've got a solid number one shirt, you're looking well, and that's loose from Keighley there, and Joe McLean gives the ball to Harrison Elliott. Here comes Harrison Elliott. He's smashed him there. Look at what a try from the goals. And Elliott showing the world slow there. What a monk that was.
Great work from Joe McLean as well to pick up and keep his head really. He didn't panic. He didn't just try and throw a random ball inside him. He looked for where his player was as the All Golds from the kick-off, but he used to play a lot inside the ball. Foot from the big get past to get through all the gaps and really just kind of barge the Keith well. They weren't even there. So yeah, we said, didn't we? The first try in this half would be Crew. The All Golds have got on the board and we're looking to extend their lead even more now. But we'll have a tough set here to keep Keighley out.
Mistake from the restart there. I think the kick took the All Golds defenders by surprise there. They were looking for a deep kick on their own try line, and it was a big under. Gaskell wasn't so another mistake there. Struggling big time here. They just lost a bit of composure since the break, and they've made two real bad unforced errors in possession, and another huge home side there. The mistake from the restart being punished. So if you're just joining us, it's All Golds 22, Keighley 10. 5 or so minutes into the second half here in Cheltenham, and there's been some great days. This is only the club's 4th season. We've managed to beat some great names over the years, Hunslet, York, Newcastle, but a win today would no doubt be the club's greatest victory since it joined League One back in 2013. That's a great drop there from Water. All dominated against the break and quick up and under, and it's another Kieran Hyde kick that's bounced off the Cougars man, but good chase from Harrison Elliott. And what a start he's made to the second half. Goodness me, that was undoubtedly his best try in an all-gold shirt, and a really good chase there. So all golds 22, Keighley Cougars 10. Just concentration now is so important for the home side when you've got a lead. Need to do the basics well, and here come Cougars. But good defence again there. Looks like Kislingbry, and is that Joe McLean involved? Joe's been everywhere today. Again, he makes the tackle. Look at this from Joe McLean. The Old Golds man is making a real good claim for man of the match. Another big up and under. Looks like Gaskell's going to try and be under that. And he takes it well. Fantastic work from Gaskell. Look at that. No need to offload there, Alex. Just take the tackle. Goodness me. Here comes Agoro from dummy half. Another big drive. And again, it's tough work for the Keighley Cougars players to get Mo on the ground. Here comes Worrell through the middle. Only 3 tackles gone in this set, and all golds up to halfway. Here comes Purslow. Purslow back on the field. He's an experienced head, and he's going to be one that's going to be needed. So here comes Parry. The Keighley man is down on halfway there. Parry offloads to Hyde. Poor tackling again from Keighley, and the Keighley support rightfully angry at their players there. That was a real poor effort. There's a break in play here. The Keighley man's down, but no doubt the Keighley head coach would have told his players to up their game this half, and quite the opposite has happened, Jack.
Yeah, they're really not. They're not striking at all, which is really surprising, to be honest. Beryl and Milner, the brains trust behind the operation in the halves, they're really not grasping a hold of this game like they have in the past, and it's really surprising. The All Golds are really getting on top of them. And any kind of move that Keighley trying to make, the All Golds are really getting onto and closing down really quickly, and it's really good to see, I think, from Lee Greenwood's side that they are putting this much of a challenge in to, I think it's fair to say Keighley came into the game as favourites, and they're really upsetting the odds at the minute, the All Golds, and they don't look out of place in terms of the quality that's up there, and they are really giving them a good game.
It's the hooker James Feather diving over from dummy half. The All Golds heads were looking the other way. They're expecting the pass, and we talk about concentration, and that's a real blow for the home side there. So again, it's another kick from Central to make it 22-16, and goodness me, I said in commentary 30 seconds ago how big that moment could be when he was juggling it down the right hand side, and they've gone on to score a try, and looking like it's going to be a 6-point deficit instead of 12. So here comes Norton, and that's in. So All Golds 22, Keighley 16 here in Cheltenham. So the 12-point lead becomes 6. I make it about 10 minutes gone in this second period. So 30 minutes or so to play, and it's all to play for here in Cheltenham. So Hyde to get us back underway. Jack, we talked about concentration. That was a real lapse in concentration from the home side there.
It was, yeah. Like you said, they just looked the other way, and they were expecting the kick over to Vinny Finnegan on this wing, and it just didn't come. Some really smart work from the Keighley captain James Feather, as we've got an injury here. It's looking like Andy Gabriel, I think. Yeah, it is. But yes, Feather, he's plenty of experience. He knows when he's going to go and when he's not, and he just made a great decision there to go short at the line on the last, and it's decisions like that from players like that that are going to be crucial if Keighley want to get themselves back into this game, as they look to move forward now. Feather's he's one of the mainstays at the club. nearly moved to Hunslet a couple of years ago, but decided to stay in Keighley, and what they'll be thankful for at the Keighley fans. He's a real key figure in their squad, for his not only his ability but his experience and leadership as well. And it really shows in tough times for them like this that the players can be players like him that step up and give him a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel if they are to get out of this deficit.
Well, thanks, Jack. And here come Keighley again, and they're looking dangerous. Beharrell with the kick through, but well mopped up, but he's in touch there. He's in his in goal. He's managed to get out. And Mo Agoro with a quick carry from dummy half. He just managed to get out the in goal there, and that could be a real big important. But the Old Goals are struggling for yardage here. They're 3 tackles into this set, and they've only gained a couple of yards from their own line. It's going to need a big kick on the last here. Here's Gaskell. What can Gaskell do? Not much is the answer. 4 gone, and they're only 10 metres away from their own line. A Steve Parry break here would be worth its weight, but Kieran Hyde kicks early, and what a kick that is. Here comes, looks like Gabriel with the ball here, is it? The speedster. Good chase from Joe McLean there. Joe has been everywhere. And if the Old Goals are to win this, it's going to be a big part thanks to his efforts. He's been putting in a serious shift today. So here come Keighley. Quick play the ball there, and it's a really free-flowing bit of rugby this half. I think we've seen more completed sets in the 50 minutes thus far than we did last week. It's a much high quality game than our 10-6 defeat up at Hunslet last week. But here come Cougars. They look to be in the ascendancy now, and it's waved back to 1 there. The Old Goals man touched the ball, and it's going to be a penalty here as well. So Keighley, having made a poor start to the half, they're coming right back into it. Referee tells Harry Kidd to get back on side, and here come Keighley. There's the dummy half, the captain feather, and look at this, another try. Really poor defensive there. Will Milner spotted the gap, ran through, and Keighley, having been 22-10 down, will have a kick to draw the scores level. Really poor defensive effort from the home side there.
Will Milner.
Goodness me, what a strange game this is. For 5 minutes of this second half, the Cougars look to be... they were all at sea, but they've got their try and they've dominated since, and All Goals 22, Cougars 20 with a kick to come to draw the scores level. Momentum swinging from one side to the other here in Cheltenham this afternoon. You'd expect Danny Lawton to knock this one over. Just off centre. Let's see what the right foot of Lawton can do here. Yep, that's straight through the middle. And that scores tied. All Goals 22, Keighley Cougars 22.
Danny Lawton.
So momentum be with the away side now. 2 tries in the space of about 5 minutes. The away side out of a bit of a hole, and look at the Old Goals. They just look a bit slow on their feet now, and it's important they front up. Still plenty of time to go in this game. A good 25 minutes, I make it. Jack, again, a bit like their first try at the start of the second half. Just more of a mental lapse in defence there than anything.
I suppose, yeah. I think it was just a freak mistake from the All Goals there. We've been praising him all afternoon, Joe McLean. It would just so happened for him that he slipped as Milner stepped back inside there. But great vision from the Keighley standoff. I think the key for the All Goals now is not to let the heads drop. After that, they've conceded 2 quick tries, and that's really that's cut the deficit to level the scores. So they just need to kind of bounce back now, get themselves back in the wrestle. Field position again key. If they can pin Keighley in their own 20, and that would be ideal. And well, they've got a scrum here that could be a big chance to get points back on the board, or at least pin Keighley in here.
Well, thanks, Jack. And a mistake at the play the ball by Cougars gives the All Golds possession there, and first time in a while they've managed to get their hand on the ball. And here comes Mitchell, gives it out to Hyde, and Kistlingbury, big Brad Kistlingbury with the drive. Here's Parry as ever from dummy half, gives it out to Hyde, and Harrison Elliott, the scorer of the All Golds' most recent try. It took them 22-12 up. That seems a long time ago now, and it's 22-all. The game really delicately poised here in Cheltenham. Here comes Parry. Offload there from... The ball getting thrown around here. Look at this. Ollie Perslow throwing the ball around like it's a basketball. And here comes Mo Agoro on the last. Can he feed a gap? Mo Agoro! What a try that is! Goodness me. All Golds back into the lead here in Cheltenham, and it was some great hands from big number 8 Ollie Perslow. Mo Agoro second of the game, and the All Golds 26-22 ahead now here in Cheltenham. So that's Mo Agoro on a hat-trick. Great credit there to Brad Kistlingbury, who made that chase through from Kieran Hyde's grubber, and Ollie Perslow for that little delicate pass over the head of the Cougars man, and the ball was spread out wide. Mo had plenty of work to do. He had defenders all around him, but he spotted that gap and powered on through. So we're getting to the stage now where all these 2-point conversions are really important, and Hyde will fancy this one. See if he can make it 28-22. On the perfect side for the left footer. So 20 or so minutes left here in Cheltenham. All Golds 26, Keighley 22. Here comes Hyde. Can he slot it over? Looks a good connection. And it's good.
Ball in and sought to see if he could get over from close range, but the big prop managed to get the ball away and they moved it wide quickly. Phil Cowburn again with some sensational quick hands out to Mo, who used his power and his speed to get over. So yeah, an absolutely sensational score there from the All Golds.
So here the ball comes in the scrum, and it's Kadeem Williams on, the Jamaican international Kadeem. Good carry by Kadeem, and here comes Ollie Perslow, and we get into the stage now where I mentioned it 5 minutes ago when the All Golds were 12 points up. You start thinking about if you win a penalty, 6 points is a good lead, but 8 points is an even better one. And good carry by Worrell there, and here comes Harrison Elliott from Steve Parry's short pass. What can the home side do? Here comes Parry again, looking to weave his way through, and a good carry there from the Wales man. Really is the beating heart of the All Golds side, Steve Parry. Here comes a little up and under from Hyde. What a kick that is, right on the goal line. But oh, great take. Great take by the Keighley man. Important that Gaskell wraps him up, and oh, goodness me. Mo Agoro with a wonderful tackle, and he's lost the ball. What a moment that could be. He scored 2 tries today, and you won't see a better tackle than that all season. Goodness me. Saved his team there, Mo Agoro. What a try that could be. What a moment in the game that could be, I should say. And here come the All Golds now. From looking like conceding one end, they're only 20 metres out with ball in hand early in the set here. And here comes Worrell. Good drive by Worrell. And here comes Steve Parry from dummy half. Important that the All Golds just concentrate now on the basics. Kadeem Williams. Quick play the ball, and here comes Parry. Gives the ball out to Hyde, and here's number 11, Chris Worrell. Done really well again, Chris Worrell. He's slotted into this All Gold side and looked like he's been playing here for years. So here comes Hyde with a little reverse kick into the middle. It's a great work from the Keighley man there. Took that ball in the in-goal area, but the referees awarded a penalty, and it looks like... just made touch there. If Chris Barlow was maybe a couple of yards back, he could have caught that, but big moment in the game there if Barlow could have caught that. But here come Keighley. a really good away following today. Keighley, they've brought down one of the great old clubs of the Rugby League country, and full credit to their fans who have come down today, but they're sweating a bit. There's 15 or so minutes to go here and they're 6 points down. Let's see what the Cougars can do on this set. Ball's been spread out wide, and important now the All Goals make these challenges. So here come the Cougars, and Kadeem Williams involved. Looks like a high tackle to me, that, is it? No, it's around the corner, around the shoulder. So here come Cougars. What have they got to offer? Really good drive through the middle there, but the All Goal defence stands firm. This could be a big moment. Let's see how they finish this set. And it's a little break from the left there, and it's a bit of an opportunist offload, and it's a Cougars just a bit unsure here, and it's a kick out wide. Again, it's palmed through, but it's gone forward. That looked like Keighley's first or second try, a perfect kick into the corner there, but it was palmed forward, and that's a let off for the All Goals. There was a bit of panic in the home side's defence there, and All Goals 28, Keighley 22. That could be a big moment, Jack.
It could again. That seems to be Keighley's pet play, that barrel kicking wide to the wingers to pat it back in, and it's worked on, well, like I said earlier, it's worked twice already with Gabriel on the other side, and they tried it with Finnegan this time, and luckily for the All Goals it went forward. But yeah, I mean, the All Goals wingers, Mo and Chris Barlow really need to watch that on the last play, because it's worked twice for Keighley, so there's no reason why they shouldn't go for it again.
Yeah, such a good kicking game they've got on those last tackle kicks at the end of the set, into the corner every time, and it looked like another try, but here comes Steve Parry with a kick from dummy half, and what a kick that is, into the in goal. Goodness me, what a play that is from the All Gold skipper. So that's Keighley beginning their set just on their own goal line, really, or just 10 metres out, and here comes the speedy Andy Gabriel. He's looked a real threat all game, and here come the All Goals trying to wrap their big Keighley prop forward up. Good carry there from the Cougars man though, and a bit of a let off for the home side. Keighley, you'd fancy backing themselves in possession, but they're just rushing things here, and the pressure's on. All Gold 6 points up, and make it about 14 minutes left here, and 6 point lead for the home side. Goodness me, a 7 point lead would sound great, wouldn't it? Still a long time to go, of course, here. Here comes Kadeem Williams, another one who big strong unit, Kadeem, and he's going to be a big player this last 15 minutes. He's fresh off the bench. He'll be one player that Lee will be looking to really get going. And here comes James Walter, big James Walter through the middle. Little offload there, but there was no one too near choice. Ollie Perslow again looking at choice. Might All Golds be thinking of a drop goal here? No, ball comes out to Hyde, and Danny Fallon's on. And here comes out to Mo Agoro, and look at this from Mo Agoro. Is Mo in? What a try, Mo Agoro! That's the hat trick. The All Golds win. To me, if there was any doubt for man of the match, Mo Agoro's just sealed it. What a try from.
Third try of the day. The All Golds number 2, Mo Agoro.
Goodness me, we could be on Golds 32, Keighley Cougars 22, with a kick to come underneath the sticks. All Golds on the brink of the greatest ever victory. It rattled now, the away side. It's going to take a big effort for them to turn this round. Kieran Hyde with a kick to make it 34-22. 12 or 13 minutes to go here in Cheltenham. But what a score there from Moa. Me. To the middle, and then what a dive over. So here comes Kieran Hyde. He makes no mistake. For Keighley 22. So again, the All Golds just need to be wary of this short kick-off. As the skies turn dark in the distance here, it looks like there could be a rain shower any moment, but goodness me, here comes this short kick-off again, and hopefully the All Golds can grab hold of this. And well done, Alex Gaskell. Goodness me, what a player he's turning out to be for the home side. Here comes Parry. Barlow, he's done plenty of carries today. Chris Barlow, what an effort. The young player. So here's Steve Parry. Here comes Danny Fallon. Good work, Danny Fallon. He's just come off the bench, but a good couple of carries there, and great work from the man Fallon, who's been such an important player for University of Gloucestershire Rugby League this season. He's been one of the standout players. So here comes Steve Parry from dummy half, gives it out to Purslow. Ooh, nearly away there, Ollie Purslow. Quick play the ball, and here comes Parry. What's he got? Little chip over the top, and look at this! What a try! Steve Parry, is that the try that seals the game for the All Golds? What a score that is! Goodness me. A little dink over the top from the All Golds captain. Steve Parry has made the score. All Golds 38, Keighley 22.
All Golds captain Steve Parry goes over for his second try today.
Goodness me, we've seen some tries today, and with about 10 or 11 minutes to go, that looks like to be the one that could seal the deal for the home side. What a performance.
Apparently Steve is sponsored by the All Golds Supporters Club.
As the skies darken here in Cheltenham, this is what a performance. 22-12 up, or 22-10 up at the start of this second half. Keighley drew level to make it 22 all, and it looked like for all the world that the away side, one of the best teams in this division, would go on and win the game, but the All Golds have been magnificent this last 10 or 15 minutes. And what a try there for Steve Parry. Goodness me, a little dink over, collected and had the wherewithal to dive over underneath the posts. There's a break in play here as Kieran Hyde looks to be receiving treatment for a bit of cramp, which means Danny Fallon might take over the kicking duty. Well, it doesn't matter who takes this one. My granny could knock this one over. So it's Fallon in the scrum cap, the number 16. All Golds 38-22, and this to make it 40-22. Be up 18 points with just 10 minutes or so to go. So here comes Fallon, who's done really well since coming on. Good couple of carries in the middle of the... He shouldn't miss this one. No, that's good. It's no 40, Keighley 22. What a shock we could be on for here in Cheltenham today. Keighley again will no doubt try this short kick-off. They're desperate times call for desperate measures, and Gaskell just needs to be aware. They've gone down the opposite side. Well, they've taken it well and they've won the ball back. Looks like Gabriel again. He doesn't deserve to be on the losing side, Gabriel. He's been a really good effort today. But here come Keighley. If they're going to turn this one around, you'd think they need to score in this set. So here they come down the right side, and it's tired legs up there from both sides now, and here's Lawton. But Lawton's lost the ball here. Kisslingbury dives on it. Again, a huge mistake with ball in hand there from Cougars, and these Keighley fans, they're going to be disappointed, Jack. They've been the players have maybe not lived up to expectations today.
Oh, I'm blown away. I really am, Patrick. What an effort! I mean, I think 3 tries in the last 10 minutes or so, and I mean, you say Keighley maybe haven't turned up, but I think that we can't take it away from the All Golds and their efforts today. It's an absolutely beautiful piece of play. Mo Goro scoring 3, obviously. Steve Parry with that last try, a little off the cuff chip and chase close to the line. I mean, who wrote that from him? and they've just blown them away totally in this second half and these last 10 minutes or so, and it's really good to see. Keith, I think, won't be too impressed with the performance. I think, errors like that, simple errors like that. And Andy Gabriel, that's one blemish on his copybook today. But it's just silly errors maybe like that from Keith that have cost him the game. But again, you can't take away from the magnificent performance from the All Gold this afternoon.
If there was any hope of a late Keighley comeback, that looks to have sealed it. A mistake there from Gabriel, and it's 5 minutes or so to go here in Cheltenham. All Gold's 18 points up, and with ball in hand, if they complete this set, that'll waste down another minute. So happen, and nothing more than the £1 million game, but you take something of a miracle now for Keighley to turn this round. So here comes Gaskell. What an effort from Gaskell today as well. Goodness me, 17 heroes out there for the home side today. Absolutely magnificent. There's not been one player in a blue shirt who hasn't been at the top of his game. Mo Agora, of course, is going to steal the headlines with a fantastic hat-trick, but of course Steve Parry and the likes of Harrison Elliott, Ollie Purslow, what a shift he's put in today. Joe McLean. I'm not going to reel off all the names, but they've all been absolutely fantastic. Here comes Fallon with an attempted field goal, but it'll come out to Gaskell. Great legs from Gaskell again, and Gaskell just mops up. So there's Mo Agoro. Mo has takes 3 Keighley players to bring him down, and what an effort he's made. Former Oldham and Hunslet man. Oh, goodness me, that looked a high tackle on Kadeem Williams there, but brushes it off and gets on with it. And here comes Parry from dummy half. Gives it out to Phil Cowburn. Phil with the headband on. 3 minutes left in Cheltenham. All Gold's 40, Keighley 22.
Yeah, he said it's going to go down as one of the All Gold's best victories, and there's no doubt with that. 18 points, soon to be 20 if Fallon kicks this, and that's sensational. Is that absolutely great performance from the All Golds.
So here comes Fallon to see if he can extend the advantage to 20 points. Just off centre this one. Nope, dragged it wide. Not to worry though, 18 points up and only a couple of minutes to go here in Cheltenham. So All Gold's 40, Keighley 22. Hat-trick of tries from Mo Agoro. What an effort it's been from the home side. Those clouds ahead. Goodness me. It could rain and rain all evening and it wouldn't... One, two.
16, Danny Fallon.
Jack, your thoughts on today's game? It's been a huge shock here in Cheltenham, but the All Golds are well worth it.
Absolutely, they've really run away with it for the last 20 minutes or so. Fair play to Keighley. They kept it competitive, really competitive for a really good chunk of the game. But has that gone? No, that's another All Golds penalty there, and that's just been kind of the story of the game. Really, Keighley really just haven't been able to get a handle on it. It's been all Golds the second half, and then that just looks like it's continuing now with just over a minute or so to go.
Well, that's right, and Fallon finds touch.
Decided on a man of the match in today's game, and it goes to the All Golds number 2, Mo Agoro.
As you may hear, Mo Agoro awarded man of the match. It doesn't take the combined intellect of Einstein and many others to have come up with that today. He's been absolutely sensational on that right side. Never afraid to carry the ball, and goodness me, I'd like to see his stats at the end of the day for yardage gained and carries. What a performance. And here comes Parry, the All Golds captain, gives it out to Billy Brickell, the All Golds loose forward. Really good addition to the squad, Billy Brickell. He's not the biggest, as I said, in the first half, but he never takes a backward step as he's slammed to the ground, but he's up quickly. Here comes Parry. There's big James Walter with the carry. Into the dying seconds here in Cheltenham, and what a performance it's been from the home side. Here's Parry, gives it out to Harrison Elliott. Really good carry, and what an offload, goodness me. Harrison Elliott has been fantastic today. Here comes Fallon, it gives out to Kadeem Williams. Here comes Kadeem, a really good carry. Look at Kadeem Williams go, goodness me. So into the dying seconds here, the game's well and truly gone. Here comes Parry from dummy half, can he dive over? No. Coburn gives the ball out to Mo Agoro. And is that a try? That looks like a try to me. Mo Agoro has put the gloss on a fantastic all-golds performance with his 4th try of the game. All-golds 46, Keighley 22. The former Hunslet and older man Mo Agoro. The substitute, he's made quite an impact. Good carry from Kadeem Williams, and Mo Agoro in the corner. What an effort. So all golds 46, Keighley 22, and this will be a day that live long in the club's memory. A great performance. Keighley, to their credit, came back in it at the start of the second half, but since then it's been all the home side, and they're well worth their victory. Lee Greenwood will be really pleased with Danny Fallon since he's come on. He's made a real positive change, fresh pair of legs, and done really well since. So this looks like it might be the last action of the game. By my clock, there isn't much long to go here. There it can be 46-22 or 48-22. Not that any of the All Golds players will care too much. The victory's good, and here comes Fallon. It's well, it pulled it left. Keighley Cougars, thanks for joining me. A great privilege to commentate on this game. Keighley are one of the great clubs of this country, and full credit to their fans for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
I'll pass over to Jack Mitchell once more time, just as I've finished wrapped up here for his thoughts. Jack Conlon, I should say. Jack Mitchell's on the field of play. Goodness me, my head's gone. But Jack, 46-22, goodness me, we didn't see that coming this morning.
No, we definitely didn't. Keith were undoubtedly the favourites coming to the game, and I mean, what a result for the All Golds. I know the whole coaching staff and all the players will be absolutely delighted with that. A massive upset today in this League One game that really kind of shakes up the division. I don't think anyone expected this kind of game coming in early on, and the All Golds really pulled it out of the bag. You can just see the delight on the players' faces there as they come in.
Second half display, and 17 heroes out there today. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully catch you in a couple of weeks for our next home game. All the best, and safe journey home to all these Keighley fans. All Golds 46, Keighley 22. Goodbye from me.